Food was great. I have 2 more boxes of food. I'll probably continue eating later.
This turtle interview was actually so bad.
So,
It's like, who do you think will win? It's like, TSM, why? They're my friends! I used to be on the team!
yeah. I like the idea, and Turtle's gonna be there, right? Turtle and FlyQuest.
Yeah.
Turtle's like a much bigger personality than what he gives off on like interviews and with his troll stuff. He's actually...
Turtle's hilarious.
He's very funny and he's very aware of what he's doing. But I feel like interviews are such a small time for him to show off how in control of things in control of things that he is, that he gives off this personality that he's just like happy-go-lucky trolly. Which he is trolly and he is happy-go-lucky, but there's so much more depth there in Jason than what most people get to see. And so I think this was another prime example of like, here's a short clip. This makes everybody look like silly. Done.
And it's a challenge for, I think, giving off personality in like 2 minutes or a minute that you have, but that's what you're asked to do and you need to do it well.
Yeah. I heard Kelsey Moser and Loco are together.
Shut the fuck up, dude. You're supposed to ignore the trolls. Are you first time streaming?
Kappa. Alright, that was the only one. I had to put a bow on our segment. Okay.
Anyways,
we can cut this part out, right? When you load the VOD.
No, okay. You're so dumb. Anyways,
alright.
TL banning lists again, Riot's Akali. They're banning out the carry champions they feel like they can't play versus. TSM think Jay's first pick is one of the only carries that TL can play. And then I'm curious why they banned Tarek after winning with Tarek. I think it's better to let them have Tarek, and if they had a way to counter it, they would do it.
Yeah, so they don't have a counter, and I think it was more of like, in the first game, they were like, I don't think Team Liquid's going to play it, and we don't want to show it yet. And in game 2, if they give it to us, we'll do it. Now in game 3, since TSM played it, they don't have the answer either, so they're like, yeah, we got to play it, but we don't know anymore, and you guys give it to us. And that was it. No team had actually figured it out, and they had seen what G2 had done, but obviously on practice, like a funnel strat. So they gave that over. So that's why I think they ban it here. They're like, hey, we showed our secret pick, but we don't have an answer for it, so we don't want you to use it against us and look stupid.
I think giving them Tarek
would have been okay.
And being like,
you saw them do it once in last series.
On your game 3 on match point, double if. Do you want to lose with Sona? Do you want to lose with Sona Tarek on your match point? I think that would have been a great question to ask TL. On match point, are you willing to play Tarek Sona?
Actually, yeah, that is actually great. And I think that's what they should have come to the conclusion to. But I think this is where the draft kingdom starts taxing itself, getting a little questionable here. Because they give the first pick on over to TL. And it was just... It felt so good, because once you saw them lock it
they're fucking hovering your first pick.
Yeah, right? Because that's what they did before, right?
Oh my god. First pick Varus. I'm telling you, Varus, Sivir, Ashe, the core picks. No, it doesn't matter if they didn't see what G2 did. There's other counters to Tarek Sona before that G2 played that TSM could have pulled off, or at least tried to do.
CK, you're correct. Thank you. I forgot.
Why? Did you say?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
They saw what happened earlier.
Galio. I'm so curious about this Galio pick, and I'm so questioning it, because Kench is a really good counter into Varus, and Kench Varus is one of the best things. So taking Kench into Varus is a no-brainer, and them defaulting to Galio was something I thought was really weird.
So what would you rather have seen?
Kench Rek'Sai right here. I think if TSM takes Kench Rek'Sai right here, they're in such a nice spot. Rek'Sai plays really well into Varus also. This was like...
Lane Kingdom!
Why? And you know they're going to take the Kench too. Why? Kench Rek'Sai right here solves so many problems. This was such a puzzling draft. they gave up Kench. They didn't take Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai is great into Varus.
They weren't gonna. I mean, were they gonna take Varus Galio? No.
Well, no, they're supposed to take Kench Rek'Sai.
No. Was Liquid going to take Galio? Like, why did TSM all of a sudden take Galio?
Well, you want to blind pick stuff so your other players on your team can counter pick. But I don't understand why they did this instead.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
And then GP, the only carry that Impact can play, defaulting into it. I'm pretty sure they picked Vladimir on 3, but yeah, Vladimir's the right pick into GP. You can constantly dive GP over and over again. And then Zoe ban. So from Purple side, what they're doing is they're banning out good blind picks because they want to 5th pick the champion.
Right.
I think they should ban Zoe, probably Ori. That's the other good Jensen blind pick.
Wasn't LeBlanc one of the bans here?
Was it? If it's a ban, it should be banned from TL side. TSM has no reason to ban LeBlanc. Ooh, Zillion. Zillion's okay here, I guess. God, TSM's gonna fuck, like, if they drafted Rek'Sai Kench, I'm 90% sure they win this game. If I was still the coach, I'm 90% sure we win this game.
Yeah, we watched the finals, so we know the outcome. We're doing VOD review, but trying to remember the draft is... See, yeah, that's what it is. So LeBlanc got through, and then they auto-picked it. And I think it's both a takeaway from Jensen and, Bjergsen.
What did they pick into it?
Blind pick. I don't remember.
Scanner. Zed or bed.
No, it wasn't Zed.
Zed or bed. Syndra. Syndra into LeBlanc is not an easy matchup, especially when it's paired with Rek'Sai. So, remember how I said Jensen played really well? Jensen played really well by not getting blown up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, by picking Syndra into LeBlanc and not getting blown up in the early parts of the game and being able to go to mid-game, that is playing well. And I don't think a lot of people gave credit for that. Why last pick jungle? They last picked jungle here because a lot of the mids were banned, right? So taking the LeBlanc on 4th pick was actually like a power move. It's like, oh, a lot of the LeBlanc counters and a lot of the tier 1 mids are gone. I want to pick whoever gets LeBlanc first is better. That's why they took LeBlanc here and jungle was 5th pick.
What is up in LeBlanc counters?
What
is left in LeBlanc counters? Sorry.
Not really. Like the best ones are Ryze, Lissandra, and both of them are gone. And then like Quirky, Zoe are like just okay top tier picks that can be played. But when Ryze, Lissandra are gone, LeBlanc is a pretty good blind. Swain's not really a good LeBlanc blind. Or LeBlanc counter pick.
So Nateric with the Yi jungle would be awful in pro play?
Yes, it would be awful in pro play. E itself would be awful in pro play. Why did they ban Sylas? It's called a purple side tax. There are some picks that are so strong on blue side 1st pick that you don't want the other team to have, so you always ban it on purple. So example of that would be Sylas. Another example that's happening in this draft is Jace as a purple side tax pick, because none of the teams want the enemy team to be able to draft Jace 1st pick. Or red side instead of purple. Let's be nice to the colorblinders. Tell that to Faker. Yes, but unfortunately TL doesn't have Faker on his side. This Kalista Galio.
TL fall behind in this one too. Like TSM do what they want to do, which is dive Impact on the top lane, I'm pretty sure. And they get the kill on Impact. And I think they say something like, oh, he played it the best that he could, but that's what's supposed to happen. You just punish top lane. Even though both of them are playing scaling top lane carries.
So GP has a problem with champions that can push early on him and that can trade well into him. So Vlad can trade decently into GP because of his Q. They can always exchange Qs, and whenever Vladimir and a Gangplank exchanges Q, Vlad is happy because it means GP is not using that to farm, and also Vlad is getting HP back. And one thing that Vlad does really well is once he wants to push, he can stay in front of the wave and push on GP with his E. So he's a champion that can set up dives very, very easily on the Gangplank. The double lift Varus is actually legit. I think double lift Varus is legit, but more so than that, I think Varus is a really strong champion right now for NA meta and for KR meta. Yeah. Earlier on, you'll see both GP and Vlad farming, but whenever Vlad gets his first back, he's able to start diving and pressuring the GP. That's where it really matters. As for close to Galio, it's hard to play into the Varus Tahm Kench because it's a Varus and a Tahm Kench. They're a very solid lane, and also GP can ult bot lane too. So there's so many ways that they can counterplay the dive. One other thing I really want to highlight here is Jensen not dying. Getting through as Syndra versus LeBlanc Rek'Sai. Watch other games, watch other teams, and see what happens when they get LeBlanc Rek'Sai. Like, mid blows up. It is like a fucking explosion in mid lane. The fact that LeBlanc and Rek'Sai don't get kills on Syndra itself, that itself is like an actual, whatchamacallit, like, achievement. Okay, we can take a look at this 3v3. So Core JJ walking up so much to try to get the Q. Smoothie punishing immediately with knock up into taunt. And then for some reason, he exhausted Smoothie instead of the Kalista or Rek'Sai, and then he dies afterwards. Rek'Sai tax reminds me of LeBlanc Rengar Camille meta. Yeah, it is very much like that. That's when Rek'Sai has to pay 3 picks as a tax, and then it's really shitty to be Rek'Sai. That's more on Acadian rather than Jensen being crazy good. Acadian's great at ganking. There's a lot of things Acadian you can criticize Acadian for, but you cannot criticize Acadian for how well he ganks mid lane as a Rek'Sai. That's one part of Acadian's game, and one part of TSM's game I think is top notch. Ganking mid with Rek'Sai in a LeBlanc setup. They do this over and over again. They're really good at it. So TL recognizing that TSM backed at bot lane and they have a small tempo timing to get Dragon, and then going ahead and getting Dragon. They went on Xmit, but Kench OP. Kench not so OP.
Yeah.
I mean, Dragon, early Ocean Drake, whenever they had a small timing opening to take and getting it for 1 kill is more than fine. Especially because TSM is the better... Oh, this feels bad. GP getting pressure, forced to burn flash. Especially because TSM is the better early game team. TL being able to sneak dragons in like this is really good.
Again, getting that to help survive in the mid lane, huge for Jensen.
Yeah. Hasn't burned flash once. Even on CS, he's actually going to be ahead on CS after he gets all this. Like, 10 CS lead on a Syndra versus a LeBlanc who had a Rek'Sai. Ask any fucking pro player. Ask any fucking pro player. This is Syndra side playing it well. Eventually, so now Vlad has double CDR items. He has 20% CDR, and he also has a stopwatch that's activated. They can actively start looking for things in topside. It's just not very flashy. Like, Jensen's not being very flashy, and sometimes playing well doesn't mean you're playing flashy.
And that, for all of you on the hate train of Impact, like, that's the same thing that Impact's doing right now. That was just dumb.
Yeah.
We don't need to review that.
They're overplaying it.
This was dumb.
This was
dumb.
Yeah. They're like, okay, we're gonna dive him. We're gonna go behind them, and they're like, but what about double lift? I'm lucky they were able to get a return kill.
Yeah, I think they do a replay of this whole thing. They just didn't have vision of Rek'Sai there.
Impact TP down here.
That was a feels bad.
And then
the kill didn't even go over to him.
And Broken Blade is pushing top, and he's getting to crash the wave.
And has TP advantage.
Yep.
This was when I was like, oh shit. Like, yeah, TL still ahead in gold, but this was dumb.
This was just such a weird play too. I don't get why they play towards bot lane. They should know their win condition is playing towards top lane and diving GP over and over again. Like, this was so weird for them to go for this.
I think it's Sven, man. He was being hyper cocky. See, they don't know. See, they don't. Oh, they don't show it. They didn't know Acadian was there, which is why Doublelift got ran over.
Even with Acadian should be playing towards top side. Like, they should be playing towards top side. I don't know why Zeben, they should be making this play over and over again.
Yep.
This is such an easy play for them to make.
Yep.
And the fact that they went for that ball play is just so dumb. What do you think about Skarner pathing throughout the series? Pretty good. Xfinity played Skarner in a way where he didn't put on early pressure, but he matched Acadian's early pressure. We'll talk about it a lot more in Game 4, but how Xfinity passed was to have good farming while not allowing openings for Acadian, and he did that perfectly.
He did it great.
Okay, great. Small window, like, TL's so good about this. Remember when they took this dragon, when TSM backed? You can see, like, how these three of TSM backed, right? They recalled. In this opening, in this small opening they have, bot lane's moving and they're taking Herald. Like, anytime they get a tempo opening from TSM, they're able to abuse it and make sure they take an objective instead of just sitting in lane.
Right.
So good. Like, this is how TL maintains, like, this is how they stay in the game. By, not getting kills, or, like, not punishing TSM, really. I mean, this is a form of punish, but they do these little things that keep them in the game.
Right.
Take objectives off the map, which is a tool that TSM wants to use to snowball, right? For TSM, these dragons and these herald are tools that they want to use to snowball, but the fact that they take these tools away and they actually make it a lead onto themselves is a big reason why they were able to not get blown out this game. Why do you think they like Varus over other champions? Because TL likes team fighting, and right now utility ADs are very important. That's just, Varus just fits the bill of what TL and TSM both want. Yeah, if anything, Bjergsen roams top and kills GP with the Vladimir. Whoever said that, good call. That's something that they should be doing. How is Doublelift up 40 CS? I have no idea, but Doublelift is up 40 CS. He should not be up this much CS.
Sven kept missing CS to auto-attack Doublelift and let him know who's boss.
What's up with Acadian switching to Hail at Blaze? Probably this game, they felt like they need to pressure early game, and they need to be strong early game. Why do you think either team prioritized Dragon over using Rift with played up? I have no idea. I hate this play. Like, I hate this play so much from TSM. Even when they get a kill, this is so bad. This is not what they're looking for. Like, they're not looking to kill bot lane. Like, getting the Kalista ahead of Varus is not their primary win condition. Their primary win condition
is Vlad get big.
Yeah, Vlad get big and keep diving the GP.
Vlad get big, prevent other carry to not get big.
Why? Like, this was such a weird play. Like, why were they so focused? Like, I don't understand the Kalista Galio pick, and I also don't understand why they would play so heavily towards bot side.
I think at this point it's like, hey, we've already gotten GP behind, and Sven's probably like, yo, I'm 2 kills of CS down on their other late game hyper carry. Let's try to get something for
this
that.
gives Impact so much space to come back into the game. And also, he wanted to sync solo gold, so he stopped auto attacking, so they got the first turret.
That was dumb.
Oh, it's so fucking bad. Like, the core of this game was about snowballing topside, and TSM did not understand. They understood it as, we're going to snowball bot side. Like, last game, they understood their comp so well, and they knew what their win condition was. Team fighting with Hecarim and Irelia having items and running over Ashe Zyra. This game, their win condition was getting the Vlad ahead of the GP and then team fighting later with the Vlad while GP can't come in, or while GP can't come online.
Yeah.
And Vlad can keep killing GP in a side lane if they're opting to split push, but they don't go into that. It's so weird to see a team play so smart in one game and to throw all that away.
Yeah. Papeha.
I'm not even, like, mad. Like, look, like, this is with GP getting help. Like, he's fucking flashing out of the Vladimir side. Why did they play so smart one game and, like, fucking, like, throw it all away?
Well, even then, like, they're still scaling, right? Team Liquid's still scaling. It's not like they're online yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it just, you're having constant reminders of like GP's not online yet, and we haven't punished double lift enough, and we've kind of like sunken costs, like spent a lot of time here. We need to punish double lift.
Callista, whenever you do play Callista, that is one of the Callistoing conditions, like you play towards Callista. Man, Acadian, this was so good of him to wait there.
Mm-hmm. You want to show him how long you've been waiting there? You want to rewind?
No, I don't want to. But like they're able to get a good kill on Core JJ and Vladimir TPs, and they're able to get good kills here. GP cleaned up the bot side though, but they're still playing to bot lane. Like they're still giving TL exactly what they want. Tony smart, Broken Blade smart, Bjergsen smart. Like TSM as an org should know like this is not how you play versus this comp. Like they should know, but they still fucking did it. Ah, this is so sad to watch. Like as a Kench, you're so happy. You're playing into the Kench lane. Like as a Kench, I'm fucking joyful. Like I'm elated. Like please play into me. What if it let my GP keep scaling? Like please keep playing into me. Like you play into me, my GP will ult, make sure he clears the wave, make sure it's hard for you guys to get turret. He'll keep farming up. Please keep doing this. Like you could be abusing the GP, but instead he's getting a free ride into mid game, late game with getting 2 items. Like please keep doing this. I would understand if they had a weak Vladimir player. I would understand if this was like a Dokla and like your bot side is really strong and your top side is really weak and you're kind of forced to play into your bot side because your top side is really weak.
Right.
Broken Blade has been the best performing player for TSM. Ain't nobody doing damage with that pussy ass Vlad build. It's fine. Like that Vlad build, I mean, I would prefer Deathcap's second item with just holding on to stopwatch, but it's fine. The biggest problem is they didn't play to it. I feel like Zeben is calling the jungler bot all the time because he was behind, and Bjerg and BB were fine with it because they thought they would win lane.
I mean, they were winning lane. It just they weren't punishing the losing lane enough.
Yeah, the end. Varus and Tahm Kench is the harder lane to crush, and also when Varus and Tahm Kench gets behind, functionally they can still do their job. When
Press R.
Yeah.
Eat somebody.
When GP gets behind, GP can't do anything. Like you're just a squishy, like walking bag of gold.
Just like Rivens and Yasuo's in solo queue when they're on your team.
It's not that the game is out of control, like TSM already lost and TSM already got outscaled. It's just for how well they're playing and how well they're executing. If they switch their focus around a little bit, I just think they would have gotten so much more out of this game. Oh, this fight is so bad for them. Look at the positioning for it. He got pulled while he was tunneling and then stunned and ulted. So usually, this was actually misplay on Jensen's part. So he's Q ulting, right? And then he still has the E here because he used the Q first. So you can use E right after you ult and then you'll stun the Rek'Sai out of his E. But how he played it, he waited until his ult landed and then he E'd, so Rek'Sai never got stunned.
Yeah, so he was trying to get max damage to everyone else that was following up.
Or yeah, get multiple people stunned, but it's a common Syndra pattern to Q ult and then stun, so Rek'Sai gets knocked out of his E. Just a very small mechanical mistake, but it allows Acadian to live there. And then Smoothie, middle of the fight.
I thought this was going to be terrible because Bjergsen was just ominously waiting over the wall.
Core JJ is doing a really good job of blocking, so Bjerg can't get good chain damage off, and he can't ult in. And it turned out like they only ended up killing Smoothie, but they could have killed both there if Jensen played that better.
Right.
During the whole time, Impact getting to scale. This is such a big problem. This kind of shit should never be allowed.
Was there a finals MVP?
Yeah, it was double lift.
What?
I know, right? It should have been Xmithy. It should have been
I was
Xmithy.
like, what about Jiggy Boy? 004 in this game and then needling the right targets.
Gotta push the narrative. Core JJ was the season MVP, but Double Lift was the
finals MVP.
Finals MVP. This was such an overplay from Broken Blade too. REQ. And then he can't follow up, and then he gets pulled, and then he gets killed.
I like this. Where's the blame? Why isn't there any blame for Bjerg? What's the point of picking LeBlanc if he's just going to sit in lane?
Definitely some blame for Bjerg, and then rewatching it, Acadian didn't pressure mid as much as I would have liked him to. If you are a good LeBlanc, sometimes you can open up versus Syndra and put her in an awkward situation, but Jensen played well enough, there wasn't very much opening.
Plus, it's risky, right? Doing any distortion forward into a Syndra, you're inviting her to stun you and try to make a play when your top lane's already like leading and punishing, and bot lane is at least getting kills on the opposing bot lane. Like, you don't want to become a liability in that front.
So what should have happened was Bjerg calls for help on mid side with Acadian at the points where they're stronger.
Blow flash,
or get pressure, and then die top lane.
Yeah, and then roam up. Yeah.
So going back, so Broken Blade ends here, and then after that, Acadian also ends. So Double Lift is so happy. He also has Hex Drinker. What a great buy. Hex Drinker this game was super important for Double Lift.
Much better than completing IE.
Yeah. He learned from last game. So Bjerg goes for Double Lift there, but Double Lift has enough MR stats where he doesn't get insta-bursted. Double Lifts are by both the Vladimir and the LeBlanc trying to go for him. Hex Drinker was such a good buy. Double Lift and Core JJ staying on top of each other for Guardian and also for Eat. Now he's getting to a healthy point. Bjerg has no angles. Bjerg has no angles. He cannot go in. Here's the Acadian end.
So people vote for MVP based off of... It's usually the casters. It's usually the casters that vote on it. So they'll ask, hey, do you have a MVP for Meow Meow Meow? And that's how you get like player of the series or whatever. It's casters and the analyst desk back. Yeah, in the analyst desk.
So here, Acadian's going for kill on Impact. So Impact waits until he's lower HP because your oranges give you more HP the lower you are. Heals up 452. Goes on, and he still has Hysteric, so there was no way he was dying. So both Acadian gave up about 500 gold to GP, and Broken Blade gave about 300 gold to Varus. So this 30-second sequence, or this 1 minute sequence, was so good for TL, and it puts them right back in the game.
And it was all because Double Lift, but Hex Drinker.
Instead of fucking going IE third item.
So he gets that kill there. Survives the flank arena over here.
Yeah, he full HP, he healed up.
And he doesn't even pop Hex Drinker there. Does it pop?
He popped it earlier. It popped earlier, that's why it's not popping the second time. 1,000 gold to GP? No, it's more like 500. I'm pretty sure it was only 500.
He didn't get the kill on GP, I thought.
No, GP got the kill on Rek'Sai.
Yeah,
whatever. The gold amount doesn't matter that much. But what's important is Varus and GP both got an influx of cash that they never should have been able to get. Okay, 700 plus kill gold. Okay, he got a lot of gold. Let's just say that. He got a lot of gold. It's just... This game was mind blown. Overnight. Oh, this game was so tilting to watch from TSM point of view. Not that I was watching from TSM point of view, I was watching from a very neutral point of view.
Oh, that's right. Both these teams kicked you.
Yes, I hate them both equally. No armor on TSM, so lethality is fine. Lethality, I'll say this about builds. Unless builds are incredibly wrong, most builds are fine. A lot of people talk about what was the exact most ideal build this game. That was the why hold that Morello argument came up from LS, Broken Shard, and Shaka Raz. Unless an item is outrageously wrong or it's overstacking a passive, it's fine. Pro players won't be able to sit there and calculate and formulate what the exact right item is at the time, and they just go by feelings are what they know, so don't worry about what is the exact right item. Is lethality the most gold efficient thing here?
That goes the same with the Void and the Death Cap.
Yeah.
Hello.
Why Varus didn't go Wit's End? Because he already has Maul, right? And Wit's End is not a very good defensive item, and he needs a really good defensive item versus the LeBlanc and the Vlad. Like, LeBlanc and Vlad will do tons of burst damage on Varus, and it's so fucking important that he's able to survive the burst. How did Zeben catch up on CS? Just catching sideways and catching mid farm while both teams were team fighting. Like, now it's at a point, right, where TSM can't look for openings on TL. It's really hard for them to look for openings on TL. So what they need to do is have Vladimir flank. And even when Vladimir flanks, I'm not sure. Even when Vladimir flanks, I'm not sure how good of a flank it's going to be and how much they're going to be able to get out of it. Because double lift is unkillable from Vlad now. And also, double lift is unkillable from Vladimir. And who is it? Syndra has, I think, or Syndra can get eaten by Tom Kench. So Core JJ can save Jensen while double lift survives by himself. Everyone talks about how bad TSM played, but can we acknowledge how good TL played consistently? They lost draft 4 out of 5 games. I do think TL played really well. Here's kind of my problem with giving TL credit. TL deserves all the credit. TL was the better team in this series, and they won fair and square. Let's get that out of the way. I want to get that out of the way before I make any critique towards TL. TL was the better team. TL won. TL played well. Let's get that out of the way. Where I do want to kind of put a little bit of criticism towards TSM and not so much credit towards TL is TSM had the tools to win. They drafted the right champions. Well, arguably they drafted the right champions. I really wish they would have taken Kench. But they also had the players that could carry. They had players that could carry this game, and they did not play towards the players that could carry this game. So that's why I'm kind of like, what the fuck about TSM losing this game? Like, they could have carried this game if they played towards mid lane and then started diving top, or they just dove top. Like, they had the tools and they threw it away. Sometimes you watch a series and you're like, okay, there was no way Team A was going to beat Team B. Team B would have won 99 out of 100 times they played. But for this series, I'm like, okay, when TSM is up 2-0 and they play towards topside, there's no way that TL can win this. And that's why, like, I'm kind of like, what the fuck happened? Like, what the fuck happened? Oh, this was so awkward. Like, they know TL has mid-side control. And they're starting Baron, and they're gonna get pushed out. The way they played this was so fucking dumb. They had mid-side control. Skarner can approach and pull anyone without QSS. Able to pull the Rek'Sai, and then able to sit on Rek'Sai and kill him afterwards, and then take Baron. Jesus Christ. Had TSM not started that Baron and just kept baiting it, they were in such a nice position. Some of the decision making, guys, I don't understand. Yeah, thank you for leash. Thank you for leash. Acadian bought Jaren's Fist instead of QSS. Yeah, that's kind of a troll. Gotta pay the QSS tax when you're playing versus Skarner. Yeah, I think after this game, a really good adjustment from TSM would have been to ban out Skarner. That was a really obvious ban they could have done. think they kept Kench open too many times too. I think they should have taken Kench this game. They definitely should have taken Kench this game. They were in a position where they could have picked the Kench away from TL and they decided not to. At this point, TL stabilized and they're the ones that are going to win the game. At this point, if TL loses this game, TL fucked up. This is a point in the game where TL should win. Like, they got to the point they stabilized, Varus has defensive items, TSM's forced to pay the QSS tax. Like, this point in the game, TL is the more favored team to win. Yeah, Daniel's coming back. He's just picking up a call. I think the moment that TL got Baron or the moment Doublelift got Hex Drinker, game was really hard for TSM. Doublelift got Hex Drinker after completing his 2 items early. So Broken Blade comes in for a flank here, but remember what we talked about? Syndra now has Banshees, Doublelift now has Maw. There's no good targets for Vladimir to really threaten. So even when oh my god. Wait, how? E? Oh my god, you got stunned. You got stunned, son. You got stunned. Oh my god, you got out of your stun and you didn't do anything. He's out of the stun, he QSS'd. Ult W! Ult W! You took the tongue in the face. Oh my god, if they flash, I'm not sure what the outcome is if Broken Blade actually gets his things off there. They win this fight, but I don't think they win the game. He didn't even ult. I don't think they win the fight. I don't think they win the fight. There's no way, or I think they win the fight, but I don't think they win the game. At this point, TL also scaled so much, and there's no objectives on the map for TSM to take. Even if they kill him, Baron's not going to be up in time. I'll give you this. If Broken Blade lived there, they can win the fight. But that doesn't mean they win the game. Oh, this is so tilting to watch. Broken Blade. Look at Bjergsen that fight, sure. What did Bjergsen do? Or what did he not do? Bjergsen gets suppressed, QSS. Looking for angles. Q. Wait, he doesn't do anything this fight. What do you want me to look at? He just stayed with the Skarner the whole time. Oh, that's what you wanted me to look at. Okay. Yeah, but Bjergsen didn't do much that fight. Oh. Yeah, Xminty played that fight so well. Oh. What a frustrating game. This was such a frustrating game to watch. It's okay, guys. TSM's up 2-1. They'll win the next 2. Reverse sweep is too hard. Don't worry, they win the next 2. At this point, I was like, there's no way that they reverse sweep. I was like, okay, TSM made a mistake. They're gonna ban Tom Kench. They're gonna ban Skarner. I was like, there's no way they lose the next game. If TL reverse sweeps, I'll make a video on how great Doublelift is. That's what I said when I was watching this live. Yeah, that did not go well for me. So yeah, I owe Doran a video and then I owe Double Lift a video. When is it coming out? I haven't made it yet. I'll put it out this week. I'm gonna start working on the Doran Double Lift video starting today. Ugh. I told you not to make promises you can't keep. I mean, I can keep this promise. That's why I said it. No, Listen Loco is tomorrow. You didn't miss it.
Biggest thing is they secured an actual late game top lane carry for Impact that he performed really well on the gangplank. You get that gold early on, and then the late game team fights, it's only gonna get better for you, and that's what happened. TSM was not able to handle late game GP.
I wonder if they talk about not punishing the GP enough, because I thought that was a huge point. They didn't punish the GP enough.
I think it was the first draft for Team Liquid that was normal, where you're not playing into Sonateric and trying to pull out the surprise strategical counter. You're not playing the
what time is it tomorrow?
Heimerdinger, which no one really wants to see.
PM.
No offense, Jensen,
never again.
So this is the first draft that was like, this is the TL we had been kind of seeing all split long.
You had that protection for Double Lift with the Tom Kench from Core JJ, as well as an aggressive pick. We saw some pretty
5 p.m.
astronomical
tomorrow. 5 p.m. tomorrow.
CSDs, coming out of TL to get them a bit of an early advantage. In particular in that bot lane for Double Lift. So that one will feel good, but it's about putting 2 more of those together.
And I think it comes off the Varus. The Varus pick is becoming more and more valuable, not only being able to bring poke to a lot of the compositions that you have.
Talk about the
Zoe
Vladimir!
so popular, but the fact that you also have that hard engage,
Talk
almost like
about
an
the
Ashe, but even
Vladimir.
stronger because it starts spreading around. So this pick, it's being first picked a lot. I think it's going to be very important moving forward in Game 4 and 5.
I mean, it was really interesting in the bot lane because while they did build a big CS lead, there was so much action around the bot lane that was not always going in Team Liquid's favor. They had the time where they killed Smoothie, could have redove the turret, but misplayed it and ended up losing out. And then a couple times, Core JJ died without ever getting his shield off as Tom Kench. And these are mistakes we're not used to seeing. So they won this game, and they could have won it a lot harder if they played up to, I think, our expectations.
Right. As long as they move forward to this next game, keeping a similar game plan and game draft, just let Impact play a Gangplank or a tank or someone that isn't an engager. Let Xmithy play someone easy and give a strong lane matchup mid and give Delveth a strong AD carry. We'll see that.
You're oversimplifying what TSM could have done. They needed to be more proactive earlier. So me saying they need to dive the Vladimir is simplifying it, and you saying they need to be more proactive earlier is not simplifying it.
The game goes past 30 minutes, and that's when Team Liquid is strong.
I am simplifying it, but you're also simplifying it,
You want a team comp that can scale versus TSM, and this is a game where they had outscaling comp and keep doing that.
No surprise then that our first replay comes 27 minutes into the game. You got to let TL warm up into it, but this one goes in favor of them. 2-0 near the Dragon.
Right, Vladimir is not that strong yet at this point in the game. He feels like he's Vladimir in game 1, but he's not the same Vladimir yet. He has almost no damage to Double Lift. And Team Liquid actually just group together here and they can just take this fight finally because they've reached a point where they're not so far behind. Their team comp has scaled, and the only way they lose if Double Lift gets picked or Syndra gets picked, and that doesn't happen here.
Yeah, he had summoners available, and after Double Lift flashed
Double
out,
Lift and Syndra
TL
are
has
just
an
not
inside
going to get
track
picked at
collapse.
this
They're
point
super
due to
fast
them
with
getting
that speed
defensive
up,
item.
and then to make matters for bad to worse, Impact, who's been picking up kills left and right a little bit, gets a huge shutdown on Acadian. From this point onwards, the GP, I believe, was 5-2 and so strong it felt like he was 100% the main carry, even though there were the Varus and the Syndra. It was like, GP will carry these fights.
That was a solo queue play, by the way.
It really was.
His entire team was in base. Even if you get the kill there, you're dead after, and that's not worth it.
I also think a big problem
Thanks
is
for
with the
calling that,
Rek'Sai. If you carry too hard, as in you take all the kills, that's not good. You're not actually able to scale. So I think Acadian moving forward in this champion, you have to actually start donating some of that gold away because you are not
Hey,
capable
Taz,
of
I'm
team
glad
fighting
you
on this
enjoy my
champion.
series.
Like
Thank
you
you
need
so
to get
much.
the Vlad the gold, the LeBlanc the gold, and then
To be honest, I believe Impact played well overall this series. I respect him more as a player now. He just needs more practice on carries. I think Impact played well. I don't want to take away... Okay, so before I criticize Impact, I have to say all this. Impact played well. Impact played carries at crucial moments, and he was one of the core reasons why TL won. So now that we have that out of the way, let me tell you the truth. Versus better teams, Impact would have gotten ran over like he did in Game 1 and 2, and there should have been zero space for Impact to be able to play GP and actually scale up. There should have been zero openings, and there should have been zero kind of timing for Impact to get to that point, and TSM chose, for some reason, chose not to abuse him. And I don't think other teams like G2 or SKT will let Impact just scale up like that. This Impact... If they play like this at MSI, they're going to get their head bashed in.
And the team fights are easy.
Acadian fell down there. He fell down at the Baron as well. That's what really put things in favor of Team Liquid, gave them the map control to threaten that first inhibitor and ultimately take the Elder Drake. It was soon after that Elder Drake that we found the final fight. TSM, they wanted to look for the engage. If they were going to go out, they wanted to go out with some flair here, with some fight.
Oh, broken blade!
I don't actually like this play. I feel like they should have just given up the inhibitor. I don't think Team Liquid would have made a play to end the Nexus. And if you are going to take this fight, it's just like, you have to wait another 35 seconds to a minute for the Elder to fall off. Just give up your inhibitor. Team Liquid is not going to end the game here, and don't take this fight.
It was still relatively close, and you would think maybe if Broken Blade plays that a little bit better, they can win
Why
that with
don't
the highest
people
point. They have
Broken
Elder
Blade for
Dragon.
that
You can
end?
look for that
I mean,
flank
I'll give
in a
them
minute when
the
TL
flank
has to go
that
back to Baron.
they
You
he
are
deserves,
down
but
to
I don't
inhibitor,
think
so
that
it
was
is
a
going to
core
be do or
reason why
die,
they
but
lost.
it's better to take a
He
fight
also
then
has
when
so
you
many
don't
good
have to
plays
deal with the
compared to
Elder
that
Burn,
fight.
and
I
Core
think the fight's
JJ
not getting
flashing
fun.
as Tom Kent just suddenly killing
What
Bjergsen.
up?
Yeah.
Just getting
We're going to
paid.
a game 4. TSM
Yes,
with side
alright,
selection.
whatever.
They're going back
We'll
to
talk
blue,
about it
right?
No.
All right, so
Where you're in the Hall of
TL.
Fame.
If we're going
What?
to game
Where you're in
5,
the
now
Hall
on
of
red
Fame.
side,
Okay.
you've yet to pick up a win
You
on
like
that
that?
side.
Yeah.
Crumbs, what's the answer?
And that's
How
not
do
the
they
Golden
take-
Guardians Hall of Fame.
Alright, let's go to game 4. What's Bjergsen talking about being the GOAT? This
I'm the GOAT because my jacket looks so fly, and I'm the flyest.
It's only a $90 jacket. I think it
You looked at what?
What?
How do you know it's a $90 jacket?
Someone linked it in the thingy, but it's only a $90 jacket, and also Bjergsen's kind of buff. That's why that jacket looks so good. It's because Bjergsen looks buff AF.
Is Bjergsen buff, or is that jacket just too small?
No, Bjergsen's buff.
When did that happen?
It happened because like he got Red Bull trainers when he got Red Bull. He picked up a Red Bull athlete, and he was really good about just drinking milk and shit.
Drinking milk.
Does your friend only eat? Is it to feed them games? Yeah, he's always eating.
Let's get them games. See, that's why Loco has like these Ethiopian arms, man.
You're gonna get banned.
Am I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you should be putting these guns away here, Loco. Why are you wearing a wife beater, man?
Just shut the fuck up and eat.
All right. Let's break
You're not
down. Let's
really-
break down this game.
You're not really contributing.
What do you mean?
Oh, I hated the Kindred band here. Oh my fucking god, you lost to the Skarner,
Mm-hmm. And then you ban Kindred.
and then you banned Kindred, and also Kench was a huge problem, and you don't touch the Kench. And they're not even gonna first pick Kench.
What did they drop from last game?
They were purple side. They were purple side, so they were banning Silas Tarek. Oh, Lissandra first pick while enemy team can get Kench Ferris.
Well, that's what they gave up, right? To ban Tarek.
Lissandra first pick when enemy team can get Kench Ferris. Why? Oh, TL is so happy. The biggest priority for TL is Kench Ferris, and TSM is like,
Well, I think TSM was thinking less of what's Team Liquid's priority and more of what's our priority, which was Lissandra.
oh shit, hey Andy, what's up?
Oh, Andy, he's been talking shit the whole time, dude. He's been talking shit the whole time.
Oh my god.
Andy, they showed you going in and shaking Double Lift's hand afterwards. I thought that was a real bro move. I thought that was super cool.
Summer B.
That's what's up, dude.
I believe.
I gained some respect for you.
Blitz.gg, Blitz.gg. Andy, sponsor me, and I'll have it up on my stream.
Stop pretending like he doesn't already. Fans, you wanted to know the secrets of Loco.
So
Why is Reggie able to spam chat? Why does he whisper TSM during the opening? You guys know.
Bye, Andy.
Bye.
But yeah, I really don't understand the Lissandra first pick here with Kench Ferris open. They're literally playing into exactly what TSM wants. Fucking Christ. And then they follow up with Rek'Sai Braum, which is like an okay
That's good.
follow up.
I think that's good follow up.
But just if you read like the mood of the series, and if you read like the kind of the flow of the series, like it's the wrong picks. Like in isolation, this draft is
Yeah.
fine. But if you take the context of it, this draft is terrible.
But I think that, well, you can keep playing it. I think that goes back to sticking to what your priority list is, right? TSM's just sticking to what their priority list is, not banning out what Team Liquid wants to do.
What Tony and what TSM has been really good at is adapting and reading the context and reading the flow of the series. That's exactly why they won versus C9. They read the flow of the series very well. They knew that Niski was limited on picks, and taking Zoe away from Niski was a really strong draft move. And for them to step away from, like, hey, Kench is really important to them, Varus is really important to them, you're ignoring the context and kind of the flow.
Yeah, but you just took away impact from that ticking time bomb. I think that was their one read, their one move for the flow.
They should know, like, Skarner's problematic. If we could have kept diving the GP. GP was the least of their problems. If they kept diving GP, it was so easy to fucking handle.
Daddy Risk, not from what I've watched. They're terrible.
I really didn't understand this draft.
Every time I read something what Daddy Risk says, I hear it as Olaf's voice, and it's just awesome. Every time.
He actually just straight looks like a Viking.
I loved your cameo in
G2 like
yesterday's Game of Thrones, Daddy Risk.
G2 like an 18-minute game from G2, yeah. Even if you're picking Lissandra, why not Ben Kench? I know, right? It makes the pick so much better. I don't think they understood the draft either. Yeah, I don't think they understood the draft either. This is the point where Andy comes back and yells at me. My eyes are always blue. Olaf, Hecarim. They had 2 chances to ban out the jungler and they missed twice.
So they wanted to do. Why was Olaf banned? Is that a Team Liquid thing? I understand Hecarim because Acadian was like, yeah, when we played Hecarim, I ulted double left and he died.
So Hecarim is good with Zillion, and because they have Zillion, they're banning out the other things that are good with Zillion.
Gotcha.
And also Olaf's good into Rek'Sai. So I do think they would have picked Olaf, but as Rek'Sai, like, Skarner is so hard to play into also.
So which of these 2 bans would you get rid of? You would get rid of the Hecarim then?
Yeah.
Hecarim Zillion sounds disgusting.
No, Hecarim's easy to deal with. You have a Lissandra. Hecarim's walking forward, you're like, freeze! Hecarim comes in, W. There's so many ways to deal with it. Also Braum, like, there's just so many ways to deal with Hecarim. I think Olaf ban is good. Olaf into Rek'Sai can be brutal.
Shout out to you, Dai.
Oh, this Ezreal.
This is the
This Ezreal pick. This pick should be a Sivir. This pick should be a Sivir. Sivir good into Varus. Sivir good into Tom Kench. Sivir good when you have an engage comp, but you don't play meta champions, so you picked Israel. Golden Glue came onto my show one day, and he was like, yeah, Ziban's the Israel one trick. I thought he was memeing. He's not.
Well, he was memeing, he was just right.
Yeah, he was just right.
Golden Glue always memes.
How can you not pick Sivir here? Oh my goodness. What do you think of LS's idea of pick Kale instead of Akali there? Kale instead of Akali.
It's scaling. Yeah.
Wasn't LS the one that said Kale is fucking weak?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure LS is the one that said Kale is fucking weak, and also NA teams don't play Kale and they don't have practice on Kale, so it's hard to say. And I also think Kale mid is a lot more easier to pull off than Kale top.
And Kale top's easier to pull off.
What? No.
The collegiate teams have been doing only Kale top.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like Kale mid is so much easier. The lane is a lot shorter, and it's a lot easier to defend against ganks.
Michigan State was the number 1 seed, or Michigan State lost to Illinois but made it into the play-in stage. They won all their games to beat Columbia College. They play Kale top.
All right, let's not talk about collegiate as a good benchmark for what's fine and
Those
what's
guys are
not.
good. Those guys are good.
It's different game. It's a different level of game.
Put Broken Blade on Kale.
Sure, if Broken Blade was playing in collegiate, I'd be fine with putting him on Kale. He's not playing versus collegiate. Every pro I watch says kill mid is bad and kill top is fine. Okay, maybe I'm wrong on the kill thing.
You're wrong
but,
on the kill thing.
Okay.
My evidence is bad. I'll agree my evidence is bad.
I might be wrong on the kill thing, but also I think there's better options that they can play than kill. Okay, I'm wrong on the kill thing. You guys already bashed me enough. Let's move on.
Is there ever enough Loco bash?
I don't know. I get bashed twice a week for 2 hours.
I don't need to know about your private life, Loco.
Shut up. Daddy Riff, you gotta blame the veterans on TSM for this loss. Yeah, I actually do think Broken Blade and Acadian played well, and it's the other parts of the map. I actually agree with that, Daddy Riff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. So this game for TSM to win, like, Jensen burned Flash early, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I mean though. In game 3 and 4, Jensen played mid lane insane in the fact that he was a pressure soak without requiring a resource and just doing his job. He soaked pressure really well and never died.
See, even that 30 seconds of watching CS right in front of him die and have to wait, but knowing Acadian was going to come back.
You know how there's a meme regarding Bjergsen turning people into wars? I think there should be a meme regarding Double Lift turning people into pressure soaks.
What is that? What's the Bjergsen turning people into wards? What's the name?
What? It's like
Santorin?
Yeah, Santorin and Svenskeren. Like Bjergsen turns junglers into wars. Double Lift turns people into pressure soaks. Because Jensen went from a carry player into just a pressure soak player.
Have the jungler stay around you.
Yeah.
Burn your flash on purpose so that the jungler then stays around.
Oh, this was so good. Also, Daddy Eris, thank you so much for the gifted sub. This was so good from Xmitty. Look at this here. He's turning. The moment he sees this, he turns around, uses W, and he's like speeding up in there with Predator. The moment he sees the gank, he's like W and Predator.
Yeah.
And then he's like... Jensen doesn't have flash. Fucking Xmitty gets in there with E flash auto. Kills both.
Game over. Well, game's not over yet, but...
It neutralizes the early lead.
Yeah.
Ventora's... Holy shit, thank you so much for the tier 2 sub. God damn, that was so fucking good on their part. That was so fucking goddamn fucking good. Oh my fucking god. Lissandra Rek'Sai is literally the best mid 2v2 champ combo in the game. There is not a 2v2 combo that is stronger than Lissandra Rek'Sai. Name a mid jungle 2v2 that's stronger than a Lissandra Rek'Sai. You can't. You cannot.
Damn. Golden Guardians, you listening?
You
have
cannot.
the new Golden Guardian special.
Master E-Terror, no. Cillian Skarner is stronger.
The turret is stronger.
It is literally the strongest 2v2. Chuchi the Sunuji, thank you so much. Honestly, there is nothing stronger. Camille Galio. Camille got gutted so much. You play fucking Camille Galio and you fight me as a Lissandra Rek'Sai, you get fucked. Actually, something plus Pantheon might be as strong, but you're cheating when you're talking about Pantheon. In the meta, Lissandra Rek'Sai is the strongest 2v2. Yeah, any Pantheon, sure, or something like that can be stronger, but you're going beyond the meta. Like, in the meta itself right now, Lissandra Rek'Sai is the strongest 2v2. God damn. That neutralization is so big. Oh my god, Impact is so good about shit like this. So he gets protected from the dive by Zillion, and then later on, there's another one he gets protected by that's fucking... Acadian also an insane play. He saw Zillion teleport top, so he's fucking waiting here.
And he knows that... Wait, I didn't see this.
He waits here. Like, what? Like, I'd be like, what the fuck? And then he waits until...
It expires.
It expires. And he also has red buff ticking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he can jump anytime. The Rek'Sai jumping across the screen.
No. Okay.
He hit the Prey Seeker, he's like... And then he kills him. God, it's so scary. Like, when you have the Rek'Sai coming in at you.
And like pros didn't read patch notes because so many pros kept flashing.
No, they was just in C9. It was just C9 when they were tilted.
That was so funny.
Oh my god. Oh, gotta look at this. Let's slow it down. So they start the fight by pulling Acadian. Doublelift gets eaten before he gets killed, and then Acadian in an awkward spot, and then Impact TPing bottom.
Useful TP impact.
both Double and TL have been using their TPs wrong, but on stage, like you TP first and you think later. Because if you delay the TP, then
You might lose the fight.
Yeah, you might lose the fight. You TP first, think later. Of course, like we can overanalyze this and be like, well, by the time that Impact pressed TP, he should have already known that the team was gonna be fine. But that's not how you play the game. I think there has to be a sense of realism whenever you analyze and think about the game. Because, I mean, yeah.
Wait, quick question. So you got to see Akali first, and then Impact picked Kennen, right, as a counter pick. What would you have rather seen in a counter pick if you got to play anything? If he had a bigger pool?
If you had a bigger pool?
Yeah.
Skill matchup that can actually punish Akali, so...
Aurelia?
Yeah, Aurelia is one. Like, okay, as like the Kennen, right? You can neutralize the Akali, but you can never punish the Akali.
Correct.
So... That's why I think the Aurelia pick is... Or Aurelia was banned. Pretty sure it was banned. If it was banned, then force pick the Akali. If it was banned, then the right answer is force picking the Akali and fix picking the jungle.
No, because of Smithy getting the Skarner at fourth pick.
They already had Rek'Sai.
Oh, you're right.
So
they already banned the junglers.
They should force pick the Akali. If there isn't skill matchups where you can win on, then you need to the way TL's handling it is how TL's handling it with the tools given. I think a team with more champion pool will pick Akali on for. Oh, this was such a good dive prevention. Stopwatch right as Bjergsen range, and also
Flash.
What's the most terrible thing about this is Acadian's not tanking and Bjerg's tanking. If Acadian's tanking, Acadian can tank on the tip, on the edge of it, and Bjergsen can ult the Kennen as soon as he's coming out, but because Bjergsen's the one tanking, he can't ult the Kennen as he's coming out.
Right. He has to ult himself to get rid of the aggro. Gotcha.
If Acadian tanked there, they could actually pull that dive off. Broken Blade getting pulled again. And then fucking random solo kill in bot lane.
It was foreshadowing.
It was foreshadowing of what's to come. They picked Israel Braum into Kench Varus in a situation where they could have taken it away from them. And then now they're down 4 plating. What is this game even?
Broken.
Oh my goodness. What is this game? Alt Q. Compare. Douglas you're gonna come at me? You're gonna be fucking hovering echo at my boy Jensen?
Zone was tilted.
They get the early Herald, can use the top side. Herald right before 14 minute, get the plating. Mwah.
And then TP play. Sven has a new nickname. It's called the Svend. You pick him and it's the Svend of the game.
Damn.
The Svend of the students.
At this point, game is realistically over. What the fuck? Why is Smoothie dying? At this point, I'm just holy shit, they're actually going to get reverse swept, holy shit.
And I was like, bring on game 5. TSM's going to mentally reset. They got this.
They're going to get that one Peter speech.
Peter Zhang?
Yeah.
Oh.
The fucking core JJ instantly cleanses the Braum Q. Instantly cleanses Braum Q and goes up Flash and eats him.
Riot loves to do the sad boy face cams.
Mm-hmm.
And they were abusing the hell out of the sad boy smoothie face cam.
a lot of times when they do the face cam, the player is just you're just literally there playing.
Yeah, but that's why they cut whenever they get the sad boy face cams. And Smoothie was doing it game 4 and game 5, like the whole game long.
This game, beyond like the early game plays we talked about, it just has like so little shot of TSM able to come back. I actually see them mentally break down after the mid and jungle play though.
Mm-hmm.
After the mid and jungle play, they started panicking. Like the whole team looks very panicked in how they're playing.
They're like, our star rook and our star player just fucked up really hard.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even fucked up. It was a great play by Xmithy.
Yeah. That fucking turn, it's like... E-flash! Yeah.
Actually, I guess there wasn't a stinger on that one.
Yeah. He just literally, like, he was going towards Wolf, and then he saw something, and then he activated both his boosters in W and Predator, and he's like... Yeah, TSM is mental boom, where Bjergsen and Sven need to be holding it down for the team. Like, they're mental booming for the team.
I don't think Bjergsen was.
I
don't think Bjergsen did. I think Sven did.
I think Bjergsen mechanically messed with the play top side, the dive. It should have been Acadian first, and Bjergsen should have waited. He should have known this guy has stopwatch. I need Acadian to tank, and I need to ult him out of stopwatch.
Even if he took one turret shot and was able to step out and step back in, that would have been good.
I mean, he didn't do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I expect Bjergsen is someone, when you lay out the play for him,
Yeah.
he never fucks it up.
Yeah.
When you hit Bjergsen with something he doesn't expect, Bjergsen can fuck up, and that's often Bjergsen's weakness. When you challenge him in ways that he hasn't been challenged before, or you force... Oh, holy shit. Okay. Actually, just return kills are fine for TL. TL outscales, and TSM, like, trading kills with them is bad for TSM. But Bjergsen is someone, you give him a situation, you tell him what he needs to do, or you let him set up a situation, and he doesn't fuck it up. You get him off balance, you push him in ways that he's uncomfortable in, and then he'll start fucking up.
So you think his ability to figure it out on the fly, on the spot, that's where you could get him?
Yeah,
I mean, you can get anyone that way, but that's like the only way you can get him.
Yeah.
If
So
he's
someone
not
like Caps,
practiced.
right?
Yeah.
You can't get him that way.
Caps will figure it out on the
Yeah,
fly.
Caps will figure it on the fly.
Because Caps will do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And that crazy stuff.
Caps lives in like a crazy world. But Bjergsen is not someone where if you challenge him in a way where he doesn't expect it, like that's where he'll fuck up.
Is that Faker-esque? I feel like that's how you beat Faker when he hasn't.
Well,
faced
Faker is the crazy stuff.
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought he is practice and figure out the crazy stuff.
Well, no, Faker does the crazy stuff. Like, I mean, maybe he does. We don't want to dive too deep into it, but Faker is like, that was his original thing, like doing stuff that people didn't expect. Let's going back into the game. Why we stopped talking about it is beyond the early game points. I mean, we all know the result of the game, but also there isn't that many interesting talking points because TL hit a point where they already outscaled them at like 6 to 7 minutes, and TSM's chances, and TSM had a comp where they had to be proactive early, and they fucked up all their proactive play, so it left the game in a state where it was very, very hard for TSM to come back.
I liked the dive on the top side against Jensen because they chain CC'd Jensen long enough that he wasn't able to do chrono shift. And the reason why I like that is because you see a lot of the times where like teams are like going into someone that has like an ult that is game changer if they get it off, and then they get it off at the last second. You're like, what an idiot! Like, why would they do that? Especially like against the Tarek Sona comp. You're trying to kill Tarek before he does pops his ult, whatever the Transcendence or whatever it's called. And so that was a good example of, hey, look, here's an ult that will keep Jensen alive, but he wasn't able to get it off. That's what you're trying to do.
So let's go back and look at this. This is like a flank play, right? This is one of the best things they can do, actually getting a flank off. So Bjergsen's TPing behind.
This was awkward.
Zeben,
There's like 2 seconds where they're
look
like,
at Zeben. Look at Zeben here. He eat in, took a bomb, took a second bomb.
Yeah.
His HP is not going to show, but this is his HP because he took a Q afterwards too. He has like sliver of HP when Bjerg's about to.
That's tilted
Like-
from your AD carry.
Like, what do you do as a team? Like, what the? And then he can't even back. He has to participate in the fight.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's enough damage.
Why did he E forward? He didn't want Bang and Piglet to feel bad. It's hard for Bjergsen to approach. They start on Acadian. Acadian has to ult right away. Jensen actually walked in here on purpose to draw aggro and kind of pull spells so he could ult himself. Double in a comfortable spot. Bjergsen forced to ult himself. Now double here can be like, okay, time to start doing damage.
Sven's already dead, lol.
Oh.
I was looking for Sven.
Yeah.
And then Double Lift turns around on his butt and shoots him right in the back. How appropriate.
Oh, Akali now forced to flash. Oh, feels bad, dang.
See, I told you! I told you!
Hi, Layla. I'm glad you like the guns. I pulled them out just for you today.
No! Ew! Stop it! Pew pew! Get those out of here!
Anyways, this gives so much momentum back to TL.
Yeah.
TL has momentum, TL has side choice. They can play mental games with TSM now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this was so winnable. What do you think about the caster choice? Kobe, Freak, Azael?
What else was it going to be?
Captain Flowers, Kobe, Azael.
Captain Flowers did Worlds. It's, you know, Freak is the number one caster in NA battling with Clayton, right?
Uh-huh.
They battle, right? And so if you're going to give Summer Finals and or Worlds to Flowers, you give Spring Finals to Freak. Spring and MSI.
So whoever, so it's kind of a tryout. So whoever does best at the end of the year is going to get like Worlds or Summer.
Usually. I mean, it just kind of, they want to figure out what the best show is going to be, and it's telling of your work and your form at the time.
Okay.
Like, there was a point where Riv was one of the best casters in the world. That's not him right now.
So
That's why he's doing interviews with Wild Turtle at halftime.
So basically, if you're casting the finals, that's who they think is the best, or you're in contention for
Yeah.
casting final, or world finals, right?
Of course. Of course.
Damn, that's shade at Riv.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's not. He knows.
All right. We're not. What?
I
If,
love Riv, by the way. Don't do that. Don't start that.
why do you not like Riv?
Huh?
Why do you think Riv stuck will interview Walter? I'm joking. I love Riv too.
Yeah.
Riv is, like, you can criticize Riv for his work or sometimes lack of knowledge, but if you know Riv as a person, you
He's
cannot
a beautiful human
you
being.
cannot criticize him as a human being.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that can get criticized for things beyond their work, but Riv is someone like, how do you criticize him beyond his work?
Yeah. Riv, very open, very opinionated, but like, again, open with people, and had like to see where he started as like a, you know, tough upbringing to where he got to. He's amazing. So, bam.
Yeah.
Yes. Playing PUBG with Riv was hard, man.
Oh.
I had to keep up with him, and it
He's
was.
so fucking good. Riv's so good at PUBG.
I know, and he was like, "It's this," and I was like, "Dude, you need to explain this to me, dude. It's going real fast."
He's like, they're at West 182. I was like, which direction, left or right? Give me the simple one, Riv. I'm 182. Do you not have a fucking thermometer? I'm like, what is a blah blah meter? I don't know what that is. Alright, let's go to the next game.
What does Loco draft TSM in Game 5?
But if I was TSM, let's see what I draft.
Pagani. Okay.
Very soon there might be Kelsey here instead of you.
I love Dracos, but he didn't cast the finals. They had a hot shot, quick shot there. Quick shot is class. He's super good.
Frost will steal y'all woman, Locodoco.
Come on, Daddy. Daddy, you're gonna get us in trouble, man.
Alright. What would I draft for TSM? I would.
Would you wait?
Wait.
I like this question better. Real talk, Loco. If you were the coach, would you win the series for TSM?
I'm very good at drafting, and I'm very good at adapting. My weakness.
Wait, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to fix Robot Sven. Robot Sven that's been programmed to like BM, and now the BM is like happening to him. He's like,
Okay, no. I'll say this.
My name is Niels.
I'll say this.
Pick Ezreal. Loco, you have to pick Ezreal, otherwise I don't know.
I would have drafted differently in Game 3. I would have drafted it differently in game 3.
Yes. You
And
would
we
have
would've
drafted
won.
differently in game 3.
And we would have won.
Game 4, I think it was easy to break down after.
No, game 3 was it's not actually game 4 where they lost. It's game 3 where they gave the opening. I think game 3 was the most important game.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought this game was great. I think Zix and Goldman gave him a win, and then
No,
Sven
Callista Galio
gave
was
him
bad.
Baron.
Callista Galio
They had
bad.
a 10,000 gold lead.
Callista Galio bad. They had to. Callista Galio there was so mad. They should have taken Kench.
Face check took a break this week. Dom is flying from Europe.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, I gotta stop BMing Loco, but it's too easy. Look at these guns! Turn your contrast down, y'all. It's really bright out here.
Shut the fuck up and let's watch.
Alright. Oh god, the Galio.
I think not banning Skarner and banning GP was a huge mistake. They have so many counters into GP. I cannot believe they didn't the fact that they did not ban Skarner
Yeah.
was so game-breakingly bad for me.
You drafting Galio first? Can't go after Zix. An inside job. The finals was an inside job.
I know. Inside job.
It's the only way.
I think this GP ban should have been a Skarner ban.
It was paid by Steve, who was paid by Riot. You need to follow the script.
It should have been a Skarner ban.
We're just kidding, by the way. Just kidding. That was messy. That was messy.
Zeke 3-0 versus TSM in finals. Oh my god. True story. Why did they ban Rise? It's a weird NA thing, but right now, because NA thinks purple side Rise is stronger due to the flex and how people can play it, that's why.
Yeah, I don't know the ref. Sorry, Daddy-Rus. Otherwise, I'd put you in touch. You get paid by Daddy-Rus.
The Skarner pick here is so fucking dangerous for TSM. Their best pick is Rek'Sai. They should have definitely banned Skarner here. If they ban Skarner here and they pick Rek'Sai, they can dive the GP. They have so many ways to play versus it.
Do you first pick Rek'Sai? That's what you have to do then, right?
I mean, if they first pick Rek'Sai, then you can play... Yeah, I mean, you can first pick Rek'Sai. That's not even that bad. Yeah, first pick Rek'Sai is fine. In this
What if they went GP Rek'Sai here?
If you first pick Rek'Sai... I mean, you first pick Rek'Sai.
No. Okay, so TSM has to first pick Rek'Sai.
Yeah, especially with Skarner ban.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Skarner ban, first pick Rek'Sai. No, not again! Not again! Not Israel again! This Israel wasn't that bad, but also taking away Varys from Bjerg, or not from Bjerg, from Double was a huge thing that they needed to do.
No, it was Kaisa.
Oh, he ended up pulling Kai'Sa.
Yeah.
But Varys also does really well into Kai'Sa. Early picking Israel opens Double to do Kai'Sa.
I'm pretty sure it was Kaisa.
Last game was Kai'Sa.
So I remember Kobe was building it up. He was like, what pick will double into play with his world title or his final titles on the line? Oh, it's a Kaisa. I guess he's going to play a Kaisa. Kobe, like, turn the volume on here.
No. Keep it clean.
All right.
But I do... Braum
Keep it clean. It's too late.
Doesn't Braum counter
Put
Israel?
a shirt on.
Braum does well into Israel, but it doesn't counter Israel. It does well into Israel.
Okay.
It's not
Yeah.
a straight counter.
Right.
Jarvan, Irelia ban.
Yeah, it was right here when he was hyping it up. It's like, oh shit, it's gonna be Vayne. I'm so hyped.
I'm surprised he didn't pick Vayne. It's a very double lift move to take Vayne. And also Vayne's good.
So lock in? Are you saying lock in song? Song lock in?
It's Kane, by the way, you racist.
They're both 4 letters? I'm not racist.
Song is 5. SSONG.
Whatever, that's Korean spelling. That's racist.
You are racist.
I am not a racist. How
You
do
are
I be
racist.
racist?
Why do you hate Asian people?
I love Asian people. They're my favorite people.
Wow, why do you... Why is Asian people the favorite? Why isn't everyone treated equally? I love everyone equally.
Because I am Asian. Why would I not enjoy myself more?
Wow, so you think your race is better than all other races?
No, that is not what I'm gonna.
Wow.
I'm not gonna get it stuck in that
Daniel,
trap.
wow.
Yoon Sub Choi.
Wow, I think all races are created equal.
Look, Yoon's name is also 4 letters as well. How about that?
Okay.
Do you have an extra Y? You Yoon?
Anyways, let's go back to this. Anyway, I was surprised that his Vayne, because Vayne is really good into Israel.
What?
Vayne is really good into Israel, and Vayne also does really well into Galio, so Vayne was actually a really good pick here.
Mm-hmm.
So I was super surprised that they didn't take Vayne.
Yeah.
Because it's more likely they take Rek'Sai after that too, so Vayne is such a good pick here.
But then they go with Kaisa.
Yeah.
That's why, like, he got him. He got Kobe good with the Vayne hype. And he's like, oh, I guess it's gonna be a Kaisa.
Is Doublelift a good Vayne player? Yeah. I think he's the best Vayne player in NA.
For sure.
Akali. Rek'Sai. I think overall, TSM's draft wasn't bad, other than the AD pick. AD pick is the only pick I have a huge problem with. The biggest thing I have a problem with is allowing Skarner and taking Israel.
What I love about this, though, is when going back to game 3, actually we can leave it up. Going back to game 3, it's like what you said. This is a great time to ask Team Liquid, what are you going to play with your game on the line on? Are you going to lose against Sonateric, right? And leave it open if you're a TSM. Now, when the reverse has happened, what happened? Like, Sven had to go straight back to Ezreal. He's like, we're going to lose on Ezreal, not Sonateric, right? Also, the option, yeah, I know, the option wasn't there. But that was the only time where the option was available.
Oh my god. This was so sad for TSM.
This is where Reggie comes on in the chat. Hey, Reggie. Ready to give out, like, subs?
Who's auto-attacking enough in this comp? They have to poke. When you pick Zoe and Israel together, Daddy Earth, you have to poke. Oh, it's in the skies. TSM versus Team Liquid.
We can do that.
Written in the sky.
We're going to be doing that in our Radiance Invitational.
Okay.
Coming soon.
Really?
Only positive influencers, though.
Wait, what about me?
I said positive. Also, I said influencer.
I really dislike the Israel pick. I cannot stress that enough. I think in this meta, like where Varus, Sivir, and Ashe are so important, like taking Israel here was such a big mistake.
Yeah.
It is like one of the single biggest mistakes of this draft. And allowing Skarner, I actually think allowing Skarner is even a bigger mistake. Actually, which one's bigger, allowing Skarner or the Israel? Actually, allowing Skarner is secondary.
Allowing Skarner.
Really? No, I think...
The Ezreal? I think you're putting Sven on his best champ. If you have him on something else, you can't fix that in draft. You had to fix that in practice.
Yeah, I guess allowing Skarner, yeah. If you're talking purely draft, then allowing Skarner is the worst thing.
Yes. And if you're talking about the biggest issue, that would be Sven's champ pool.
Okay, so let me explain why. So a lot of argument that people are going to make is this. One, Sven plays Israel really well. Why is Israel bad for him? Two, is Israel gets played a lot in other regions. Why is Israel bad when it's getting played in other regions? Like Teddy won finals on Israel. Why are you criticizing Sven for playing Israel? So here's the major difference. The way SKT plays is very tempo-based, and it's very, very fast. And they are a great team about when they have leads. They can abuse that small window due to it requires a very high level of execution, and they have the ability to execute on that high level. There's a certain point in the game where Ezreal is really strong, and they're able to abuse that window very, very well. On the reverse, for both TSM and TL, you can see how the game is pretty slow. Game 4 was really fast due to TSM messing up, but overall the series has been really slow, and it's been about building up gradual leads. And Ashe, Sivir, and Varus in lane are much stronger, and in mid game they're able to push that lead in a 1-3-1 situation much, much better. And because both teams have been forced to play carries in topside, Ashe, Sivir, and Varus go best with the carries in topside, and they're much more about team fighting.
Utility through their ult.
Yeah.
Ezreal, not so much. And yes, Ezreal did scale, obviously, with tier build, and then with the new variation with what's the AP item? Luden's Echo.
Yeah.
Like, it does scale, but again, you're not providing any more additive bonuses to any of your other carries.
So Israel makes your comp high level of execution, and you can see like right now both teams aren't playing at their highest level, and there's a lot of mistakes made. That's why I like Varus, Sivir, Ashe so much better.
Especially TSM at this point in the series.
Like, and the power spike that people are asking about regarding Ezreal is the 2-item power spike with Trinity Force and Mana Moon. That's the 2-item power spike that Ezreal's super fucking strong on.
Mr. Game, what did he say? Just write it, and I can read it later.
Also, Rek'Sai into Skarner, like, TSM's best jungler is Rek'Sai, right? And they're constantly picking Rek'Sai. Skarner is one of the best picks into Rek'Sai. Skarner does so many things well into Rek'Sai. You can pull Rek'Sai out of the tunnel. You can stun Rek'Sai when he's going in, because Skarner has so much built-in CC. He can deny Rek'Sai that window to ult for such a long time. There's just so many good things that Skarner can do into Rek'Sai, which makes playing Rek'Sai a lot more complicated and difficult. So that's why I really wanted the Skarner ban also.
Who would they have picked? Hecarim. Hecarim was open, right?
Who?
TL? Yeah, TL.
Oh. They probably take Olaf.
Oh, right.
That's Xmith's other champion that's good into Rek'Sai. Also, you can see Broken Blade like shitting on Vlad early. That is how the lane is supposed to be played. And a lot of people are going to talk about Impact played Vlad in the last game. Don't ever say Impact can't play carries. Look back, and we're going to go back and point out key points. I think Impact played an okay Vladimir, and I think TSM gave them a lot of opening. Like, Impact's Vladimir wasn't spectacular. It was more so TSM giving him opening. Like, this is not normal, by the way. Vladimir forced to back in lane versus a Kali pre-6 like this. Forced to back and forced to use teleport. Broken Blade played that lane better than how it normally goes. Early Ocean Drake, really good for TSM. The only Drake that's better than Early Ocean is probably Earth Drake. Early Ocean's one of the best by far. It's better than Inferno. If you pick it up at 7 minutes, I think the best two Drakes are Ocean than Earth. Ocean provides you so much in lane. It changes the dynamic of the laning so much. Impact used his ult. Impact solo killed while getting a gank. I was like, okay. Mister didn't ask. I trust in you. You're gonna fucking kill Impact over and over again. Okay.
Loco's whispering, TFM.
Ellis said, Oceans are incredibly terrible to fight for earlier on. What are my thoughts on that? My thoughts are, I'm gonna do my analyst and not talk about Ellis's analyst. Also, this is a
analysis. That's all right. Good job, English.
This is a very standard TSM play. Second blue coming up, get the second blue.
Yeah.
Also, really be careful with your feet near the power button.
Yeah.
Playing for second blue, and then they can get their own blue. Xmith's timing's all messed up because of having to...
The gank top.
Yeah, the gank top. And then they're going to be able to give Bjergsen their own blue too. So like, so many things are going well for...
T-Tours.
So many things are going so well for TSM earlier on. Will Impact be a liability at MSI? Say June 14. Ask yourself this question. Do you think Impact was a liability this game? Do you think Impact's inability or lack of ability to play Irelia, Akali, Vladimir, and forced to blind Kennen and GP was a problem or not? Answer that question. If the answer to it is yes, then it's going to be even more amplified at MSI. Don't just ask for answers. I'll teach you how to think for yourself.
Kind of. He's just shitting on you.
I'm not shitting on you. I'm telling
That's a question! question, dude.
I'm telling you how he can figure out the answer for himself. He was a problem in this series. Of course he's going to be a problem at MSI.
Sure.
Well, MSI...
Well, I guess the first question is validating that he was a problem in this series.
Yes, he was a problem in this series.
Yeah.
His lack of ability to play carries was a huge problem.
Yeah. There you go. There's your answer. Look, and I made him angry, and everyone's lolling in chat.
But like TSM has such a lead, they're able to get early Herald before 14 minutes. They're going to be able to get early turret.
Like, that's always been Impact's problem, is champ pool. But the champs that he does play, is that correct English?
Yeah.
Cover enough of what they need to do, and he's really good at absorbing pressure.
This was so what the fuck. So here... They're going for this, right? Bjerg's stuck here. And he has a clear, like if you look, 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 4 pink wars. So he knows Jensen can't be in river, and Bjergsen stayed mid lane the whole time. I'm gonna rewind this. Look at Bjergsen on the minimap, guys, while this play is going on. Look at Bjergsen on the minimap after this wave clears. And Acadian's going topside. Look at Bjergsen. Wave pushing into him. He gets the wave. He knows cleared. He's moving topside, like he's wiggling, and then he's actually never moving when they're using Herald. I was so confused. Acadian kind of inted, but Bjergsen should have been backing them up topside.
Yeah.
I think the kind of communication between them was so bad. He wouldn't be there on time. If he's not there on time, then Acadian has to wait to use his ult or use Herald there. They should be synced where they're going up there together. It was so weird for Bjergsen to be stuck mid when he has a complete like river,
clear path
to go top, and Acadian just went. So like, I was very much questioning that move.
Do you think that's due to him and Jensen like consistently just holding each other in lane, that he might have made an assumption that Jensen's just hiding in shadow to stay in lane?
Maybe, but he had a clear pathway to topside, and Acadian was going to use Herald, so there's very little reason for him not to move up topside, and for Acadian to use Herald when Bjerg can't move up. Like, they have good communication together, and the fact that they didn't like communicate that was so weird.
Yeah.
A fucking Broken Blade able to get a kill on topside. He did get a help with Herald, but there were so many, and this was Core JJ did such a good job of blocking ults. It's really important that TSM snowballs topside before TL is able to reply from bot side. But somehow, TL is able to reply from bot side so well, where they get the turret without even using Herald, almost at the same time TSM got the turret topside.
Yeah.
This is just underperformance from bot lane. Normally, Israel Galio does not lose turret that fast.
It's the Zven of the series.
It's event. There's like a lot of hidden areas where it's event underperformed, and I think this is one of them. Like them losing turret this early.
Yeah.
So someone's saying Core JJ is the best Braum and the Kench player in the world. That's a point I can actually agree on. Like I think his Kench and Braum is maybe not the best, but one of the best in the world.
Kench is so good.
Yeah, he's very like cerebral support. He understands map status.
I remember this one. I remember that one. That was actually pretty funny, right? Because TL is trying to go for this play here for Bjergsen, but then Acadian catches him for that half second, and it forces the cleanse out of double left.
Core JJ is the best teleport user on support, and he's probably one of the best Braum and Kench players. But no one uses teleport better than Core JJ on support. No one. Oh, but this TSM bleeding from bot side.
Thomas Kench Pog.
They need to stop the bleeding, and they need to start accelerating Akali, because Akali eventually loses out to the Vladimir. And also both the Akali and Rek'Sai had to pay QSS tax extremely early. This next fight is super important. Third dragon of the game. More so than the dragon being important, the next fight is important because both teams are geared up to fight. Like, you don't buy QSS early on Akali and Rek'Sai unless you want to fight early. Akali on this side, 4 on this side, can push. TL has to get pushed out. And then they can fight in the chokes, so really good pincer from TSM. I love the positioning. Akali teleporting. Akali didn't even teleport. Akali just walked this side.
And double lifts on the wrong side of his team.
Yeah. This is so good for Akali here.
See, now they get the bodies on double lift side.
So TSM goes back, pushes mid. Zoe's poking. So Broken Blade doesn't have shadow for a little bit, so he has to be careful. Like, this forward movement from Broken Blade when rest of his team disengage really fucked him. Because if he didn't do this forward movement, then he's like right here and he's never in range to get caught by Jensen. Like, this distance that he moved up was so bad on his part when his team's moving left.
It's the new player mistake. Don't die over vision. Don't die over a red ward in the bot lane.
So people are like, Loco, why are you being so mean to Broken Blade? He's carrying. And he didn't even die. He burned Flash and ult and QSS. He's useless in the fight. Akali cannot play out the fight without these tools.
Drops a smoke.
He teleported, Xmithy won the 50-50. And then, I'm not sure how, but Impact got killed without doing anything. Oh, okay. So if you see, Smoothie's waiting there with his taunt, so he caught him with the taunt. So Impact died without doing anything. And TL gets out with Dragon. That's nice.
Good job, Impact.
But people are like, Loco, why are you saying Impact can't play Vladimir? He won game 5 for TL on Vladimir. He's a great Vladimir. He's
a winning Vladimir.
He lost lane to Akali and gave up first turret and was useless in the first fight, but he won the game. He's a great Vladimir.
He's good at scaling. Boop. Oh man, feels bad, man. Gosh, Jensen dashed out of the way of that sleep as well. Leaving it for Xmithy to get it.
I will say, sure, Impact is a better Vladimir than Double Lift, but that's not a high bar. He did play Vlad well towards the later half of the game, but
yeah, he's not as good as Altec.
But Vlad in the later half of the game is a completely different champion. Like, he's losing 1v1 to Akali with so much help, and he's actually like absorbing so much poke, or absorbing so much. The Akali is absorbing so much pressure. Like, LeBlanc roaming down bot side, Vladimir getting constantly pushed out by Akali. Like, this is so good for the Akali side.
Except you have a scaling Ezreal compared to a scaling Kai'Sa.
Yeah. There's actually a point where Double F kind of in-saw Kai'Sa, and it doesn't really show. I'll show in the team fight. I'll slow play it. But it was actually one of the worst team fighting I've seen from Double F. And I'm so surprised because Double F strength is his team fighting. His team fighting is one of the best. He's able to shock call a lot better than other AD carries, so his team plays around his team fighting very well. Get the wars. I'm a Ezreal. I have 2 items and a QSS. Not snowballing the game. Staying topside. And farming. This is the one I mean though. Like, Israel pushes top. Kai'Sa receives top farm. And Kai'Sa scales to 3 items. Israel's doing nothing on 2 items. Israel pushes top. Kai'Sa got her Hex Drinker. She's gonna catch farm again, and then like the game is not snowballing.
Vladimir catches it, but yeah, the game is not snowballing.
Like, game isn't accelerating from Israel's perspective when he's on 2 items.
You guys are high if you think Impact's Kennen is bad.
It's good, but Kennen is not. It's good, but Kennen is kind of off meta. He is not one of the primary meta champions that you need to be good on. Akali, Irelia, Vladimir, those are where I would send a lot of criticism towards Impact. Rise. He's good on Kennen, Jace, GP. And that's only like a small slice of the carry champions that you need to be good on. So TSM starting this. Oh yeah, this one actually I don't have to slow it down. They don't fight. Impact just split push top.
I think that's a good question whenever you're ready.
What?
If Sven didn't int, TL still wins? No.
No, I don't
No.
think so.
TSM wins.
We can go back and look at the. Well, he didn't int yet, so
When we get to that point,
when
we'll
we can,
look.
yeah, we'll talk about that point. It's very hard to say. Yes, they straight up win the game, or no, they lose the game. But from what I remember, if Zben doesn't die there, TSM had Baron, or TSM was in a situation where Akali was beating Vladimir and they had TL in a checkmate position. So they were about to get something huge. They were about to get an inhibitor or a Baron. Alright, let's see. This is a situation that TSM wanted to be in a lot earlier, where they're pushing out mid and they're controlling vision at Baron. That whole fucking sequence where Israel has 2 items at QSS and he's fucking farming top and pushing the farm into
Like,
Kai'Sa. I'm like, what the
Two
fuck?
waves.
Yeah.
That's like 500-600 gold. How much is it per wave?
It's not just the gold, it's just like the timing of things, right? You're strong and they're weak, and you need to be forcing your will onto other people, and you guys are just farming. Like this siege, the fact that they can do it now means it was much easier 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And they chose not to do it 5 minutes ago. And what was Broken Blade doing there?
Getting double teamed.
Pretty sure he lives. Oh yeah, this one I didn't see. Did you see Broken Blade here? Watch him here. He ulted this way, predicting the flash.
And then just to make sure, he auto attacked the fake Jensen and the fake Jensen ones.
It's Broken Blade. I actually think Broken Blade played the best out of all 10 players. It goes Broken Blade x Smithy for me.
Really?
Yeah.
That feels weird to
Name
give
a
it
player.
to the guy. No, I have Xmithy better than number.
Who's your number 2?
Core JJ. Xmithy, Core JJ, Broken Blade.
No. Broken Blade number 1. Broken Blade x Smithy Core JJ. I like the way Broken Blade play it. Without Broken Blade, there's no way they even get to this point in the series.
Sure.
Broken Blade x Smithy Core JJ. For sure. I'm very strong on that opinion.
All right, who do you have after that?
After that, it gets
Yeah.
murky. It's like Bjergsen, double lift. Like it's murky after that. But
That's why I asked, because I was like, I feel like we agree that those are the top 3, but after that, Sven? TL Sven?
oh, Jensen also. Bjerg, double Jensen. Those 3 played well, but the 3 that we mentioned, Core JJ, Broken Blade, x Smithy, played the best. Those
For
3,
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And it feels bad because I feel like Broken Blade took the hardest, and he had the tweet and stuff.
I promise you, Jensen took it the hardest. As much as we make fun of Jensen, he fucking
You mean Sven?
or Sven, yeah, Sven like cares so much and puts in so much work. I'm not saying the other players don't, but okay. So from what I know, people's social life and LCS, Sven
He's dishing the juice, boys.
Zben is not someone that goes out often. Zben is not someone that parties often. Whenever I'm at like very public LCS social gatherings, Zben's missing.
Definitely have seen him at
Yeah,
the ones that I've gone to.
he's mentioned like 1 or 2, but like on the course of the season,
Yeah.
Zben
Correct. You're
Zben's
correct. You're
gone
correct.
out
You're
the
correct.
least out of the TSM members.
They had the bye. It was actually, or they had. Actually, no, they didn't have the bye. They just didn't play, or they had played. They had played. That's
But
why.
just opening up a little bit of the social life of LCS players, Zben did not have a very lively social life, and he
Correct.
invested so much into the game.
Correct.
So, I mean, criticize him for the game, but do not criticize him for the effort and the work that he put in.
For sure. I think it's bad to do that of any player. Almost any player.
No, you can criticize a player for the work ethic if it's garbage and he played bad in a crucial game.
I mean, I think it's
If
hard.
I see
hard to
Zben
do
out every fucking weekend and he does this shit, he deserves to be criticized.
Do you want to say who's the player that goes out every weekend and puts out like good performances?
No, but Zben's not someone that put out a bad performance from lack of effort.
That's true. I tried, chat. Alright, I think this is the one you have to break down.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is the one I have to break down.
This was awesome. This was so awesome to watch.
Alright. Look at double lift here. So I'll try to explain what double lift is doing. So he's hitting dragon because you need to hit 6 stacks on Kai'Sa before the fight starts out. If you don't hit 6 stacks on Kai'Sa before the fight starts, then you're actually really weak as a champion because
You get the plasma, the second skin plasma stacks.
Yeah, I mean, when you get 6 hits, the Rage Blade stacks.
Yeah, the Rage
then-
Blade stacks
so-
for your plasma.
Yeah, so it makes you fucking insane. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he has 6 stacks. Doublelift can ult anytime now, and he's super fucking strong. So he has 6 stacks. That's why he's hitting Dragon. That's why he's here. Broken fight started, right? And Smoothie ulted, right? Or Smoothie taunted.
Yeah.
The major threats are gone. One of the major threats is Akali ult and Galio flash taunt.
Yeah.
Doublelift's not ulting.
Yeah.
All the major cooldowns went out.
Where does he ult? He ults the bottom right?
He ults here.
Top right? Okay.
He ults top right, and you're like, what can he ult on? He can ult on fucking the Braum ult that
Yeah.
happened. He can ult on Braum ult and then staying top right, and this Braum ult cuts TSM too, because it also leaves a slow zone, right? That they can't walk through. So Doublelift ulting here and starting to hit these 2 targets would have been so good. Look at what Doublelift does.
Does he have Runans at this point?
No, he doesn't have runes, but he can hit either of the 2 targets. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying. Look at what he does. He shoots W. Fight is going on. Fight is going on. He also, at this point,
Can you go back? Was there just... Are you sure there was nothing that he could ult onto? Just go back just to make sure.
he can ult on the knockup.
Yeah, okay, yeah, they're
He can ult on the knockup.
I don't know. I was like, is there like a spell shield?
No, you
or
can ult on the
banshees or
knockup.
something?
You can ult on the knockup.
No, I know. He has the stack right there on Broken Blade.
Yeah, but he had 2 easy targets after all the threat was gone. He was trying to wait out Galio ulti. Akali used ult. Galio used W taunt. What are you waiting for? You can wait for the Galio ult too. I mean, then like when are you ulting?
That's kind of fair. Less about the knockup and more about the damage reduction. Right?
And also he can, what if it's, no, damage, Galio doesn't have damage reduction anymore. And also he can speed out of the Galio ulti. Like, he waited way too long to ult. So this fight, like, comes out better for TSM, but he needed to ult so much faster.
Mm-hmm.
And he would have been fine. And also he bought fucking Hex Drinker. Like, you don't buy defensive items and you play this kind of pussy way.
Mm-hmm.
There was an opening that he should have taken advantage of for sure.
Oh, look at Sven. He's like, yes, taste it.
I'm not sure if TL wins the fight, if double ults, but for sure the fight looks better than this.
One more time?
That,
I just want to watch it one more time.
They'll play it one more time.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
For sure it plays it way better than this.
That was a sad TSM fan at the front of that camera shot.
I haven't seen this match, and what did you want to look at? Okay, I'm gonna slow play it.
Nothing, I just want to rewatch it one more
Okay.
time.
Akali goes in, Galio uses flash taunt, still not going in, still not going in, still not going in, and then goes in when Rek'Sai disappears.
I'm trying to figure out, okay, so how does this play out if he ults to up top? Because
He ults here.
if he ults there, yes. Because like for me, I was thinking ult here, but then Broken Blade's invisible. So you ult here,
And you
but Broken Blade's
you
invisible,
just-
so
you
that
just-
makes sense. So
you-
you ult there.
You ult to a point where you can hit Galio.
Yeah.
You just ult and start hitting Galio.
That's fine. And I just want to see, okay, what's Acadian doing? What's Sven doing? What's Bjergsen doing in that front?
Like, he got one auto off on Acadian, and you see how much chunk it did there. It just...
Well, to me, it feels like the call here by Team Liquid is to kill the Akali, even though she already ulted,
Alright.
and that's why, because it seems like pool was used by Vlad, and oh man,
Oh man, those...
look at the homeless person picking his nose. Oh jeez,
Oh.
eating his boogers.
Poor Lust Boy. Little does he know what's coming.
Same with Derek Denis.
God. Why do they show the happy faces?
Dude,
They
that
show
was them
the-
trying to be nice, and that was them
why
trying
do
to
they
be nice
show
and
the
do
happy face?
cams. It
Now,
can't be the
it makes
sad
it
cams.
worse.
No, it makes it
worse.
greater.
It makes
Come
it
on.
worse that they show the happy faces.
Come on. There are no team biases in the LC but from Riot.
There definitely is.
There aren't from the production group.
There definitely is.
There's one guy that loves CLG. And some of the camera operators love FlyQuest and Cloud9 because of High. how do you be biased in the camera? Like maybe it focused on High a little bit more during the Golden Guardian season.
You will never see Loco do this on Bjerg. Never. This dude will vote Bjerg for MVP when everyone is voting for JJ, and one double lift mistake and he goes all in. What did double lift do to Loco? I am 100% sure I criticized Bjergsen for not roaming up topside on Zoe literally earlier on in the game, by the way.
His name is TSM fans are delusional. He was being sarcastic.
Oh,
Look what you did.
oh my god. I fed the troll. 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 Oh!
Yes! Give it to me! This is so good! Yes! Let's see it.
Oh, do you know why this is so bad? So
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you the
let's-
context for it. I'm gonna give you context for it. What's happening boss side? Broken Blade is he's starting to beat the Vladimir.
He's dumpstering Vlad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's getting pressure on bot side. So if they lead boss side alone, it's great. And then what else happened? What did Bjergsen just do?
Recall.
Bjergsen just recalled.
He went to go cash in.
So Bjergsen went to recall. Smoothie has 4 wars. So like everyone's like set up, right? Broken Blade is starting to beat Vladimir bottom. Smoothie has 4 wars, so he just reset, and Bjergsen just took a bye. So everyone on TSM is like, alright guys, we're about to start shitting on them. We got that split push going, we won the last team fight. And they're like, alright guys, we got this.
And then this is where the inside job starts.
They're like, he sees Smithy on this.
Yeah. With Predator up. What are you doing? Why did you cast spells? What are you doing?
Even if you want to cast spells, like, you're doing it from a distance. Like,
I could get a sly sack of gold.
Oh my god.
You need to get that real life sly sack of gold. You know what I'm saying? TSM underpaying them values right here.
He's like, time for a true display of skill. He's like, check, Smithy. You belong in a museum. As he's dying, who needs a map?
It's not who needs a map, it's who needs a map.
Oh my god.
No! QSS, no! Oh god! It's even worse than fast speed. Play it in like half speed. Play it at half speed.
At least double it folds fast this time. Oh my god.
I can't. Oh jeez. Oh.
He's like,
You belong in a museum.
he missed it all.
He missed it all.
The worst part is, he missed, and he's like throwing autos.
No.
If it doesn't make it any better if he hits the skill shots, but it makes it a lot worse that he's missing them too. Oh my gosh.
He doesn't have what you call it either.
Time for a
He doesn't
true-
have frozen gauntlet
Yeah.
to even slow down the Skarner.
Oh my god. Now this is where you go to the face cam. No, you don't go to Zven's face cam. You show
Bjergsen's.
No, you show 4 other TSM
Four box.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then they were like, but don't worry, they were winning boss side as Broken Blade or as Zven inted. They were winning boss side and they were gonna get pressure.
As Sven became Brother Sven. Oh no.
I wish their comms cut off for a second there, so Broken Blade's telling the team, yeah, I'm winning boss side, guys. Just hold, I'm starting to win boss side. Bjerg's like, okay, I just bought, we're gonna fuck them. And Zven's like,
I found Skarner.
They're like, Skarner, you sold? He's
it
like,
feels so bad. It feels bad.
Skarner, you sold? Skarner, you
Oh
sold?
my goodness. This feels so bad. No, it's
And
all
they went
falling
in, and
apart.
they went in.
Show me sad smoothie face. Give me the sad. I love Andy. Andy Ta is a great boy. That was my second interview.
They went in.
Oh
They went
man.
back in.
My profile picture has Andy Ta in it. Good old smoothie. And and then the steal. Oh gosh. Oh no.
Oh my god. They're like, at this point, they're like, it's okay, guys. It's okay, guys. You know when you think,
Wait, Sven Skarner.
you know when you tell your friend it's okay, But you're sitting there in fetal position. You're like,
It's fine. It's alright.
It's okay.
It's alright.
I'm fine.
That's
I'm fine.
alright. Oh! See, he tried to recover.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
When you say
Oh, no.
when you say GG, but it's not GG, it's actually BG. Okay, so
I was role-playing. I was pretending I was you saying GG.
so okay, the big question was when people asked if Zben didn't int there, would TSM still win, or would TSM have won if Zben didn't int there? It is hard to say so because people.
Because Sven entered there.
Well, cause, no,
So you
let's
can
say
int anywhere.
let's say Zben didn't int there and they waited for them.
Yeah.
TSM was in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
By a very, very small margin. I know TL is scaling, but by a very small margin.
Small 7,000 gold margin plus 2 infernals.
Yeah, TSM was in the driver's seat due to Akali winning boss side and Bjergsen backed for his items, so they're faster up on tempo. Smoothie still had all 4 of his ward. So TSM was in a position where Vlad was going to get pushed in. They had to send additional member back to bottom. And TSM was going to win the Baron control because it's the Zoe Israel. So it would have been TSM get control at Baron, TSM's winning boss side of the map. TSM was in the driver's seat. And if things play out as normal, then TSM does win. So TSM had a higher percentage chance to win there. I don't think at that point TL outscaled. I think at that point TSM had a higher percentage chance to win.
Would you say like 75-25?
Well, closer to 60-40.
Okay.
I would say TSM 60, TL 40.
Gosh, the TL fans. Nah, TL still wins, obviously.
What do you think? TL would have won anywhere.
Yeah. You saying they don't deserve to go to MSI? That feels like one of our players that we used to have on our team. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Like,
Shut up!
You know what I'm
Stop
talking about,
complaining
right?
about your life and analyze this game.
Sorry, we're just talking about TL fans.
Oh my god. How did Acadian get chunked here?
Oh no! Oh, that was a good play.
Yeah,
Jensen.
Jensen chunked him.
No! Why are you shifting forward?
Wait, did he shift forward? No way.
I think he shifted forward earlier. Not into it's.
He didn't shift forward here. Yeah, he shifted
Yeah.
that
Oh, he
way.
shifted away. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's that forward?
Follow Acadian.
Okay.
Let Acadian die.
Okay, so Hai said he hated TSM going for this Elder here. If they don't go for the Elder and they fight TL with Elder and Baron, that's even a lower percentage play. So
Baron's only up for 20 more seconds. So then it's just Elder.
yeah.
And they have...
No. That they like if they give up the Elder for free, right? If they don't even go for it in the first place, right? So Hai's saying they hated them contesting Elder. So he's saying he hated them doing all of this shit, right?
Yes.
And he'd rather have them push up lanes and push
Yeah.
up lanes and buy time. If they get this Elder,
the very first time.
yeah.
Okay.
If they get this Elder, game becomes harder. So I think it's right to contest Elder.
What about the second time here?
Second time, here after Zbenburn's flash, right? So after Zbenburn's flash,
Yeah.
you have to give Elder. Like they needed to fight first to be like the most ideal situation.
Right.
But after they fuck up the first time, they have to give it up.
Yeah. Sven back in front.
Bjergsen LeBlanc versus Jensen LeBlanc lol W. I actually do think Jensen played a better LeBlanc. Jensen LeBlanc in game 5 was better than Bjergsen LeBlanc in game 3.
Sven.
Dude, it feels mentally so taxing to be the team that's getting outscaled in a game 5.
Man, that dragon though. Just resetting one like the third or fourth time. Resets a little bit there too. TSM. TL.
What the fuck was this one also?
That was the tight one.
This is like, okay, I'm an Israel. I got my pokes. I can poke them. Like he's like, okay, they're in that brush. I can poke them. What the fuck are you doing?
I can't deal with him shifting forward over and over
What's
again.
wrong with you?
It's so bad. It feels like creepy crawlers going inside. And it's just like, oh god.
You don't even
it's so
like
bad,
TSM.
dude. No, but I hate seeing someone lose the game for you. I hate that. You hate having stuff like that happen. You love seeing a team go and make a play and make that happen. That's not what this is.
He could have literally just kept shooting Qs there.
Twice. Multiple times. You hate to see it. Yes.
He could have just shot Qs in the brush.
Oh.
You donate a question? Okay, I'll answer it after game. Sorry, let me try to keep this.
Thank you. See, look, we have the same reaction. It's not just me, man. It's not just me.
So it's just other stupid people.
Oh, okay. Stupid people, whatever. Oh my gosh. It's just so bad.
It's not like that champion has 2 skill shots that you can shoot into the brush anyways. Actually, he has 3 if you include the ult. He's like, okay, I have 4 skills. One of them is my escape. The other 3 are ranged skill shots that you can shoot into the brush. And he's like, wait, let me use the one skill.
Oh, God. Oh. Oh. What was that? Oh, Greg, you keep giving and giving, boy. Look at Tony doing the F-boy stance.
Tony's like,
Bless.
Peter's like,
Oh
my God.
goodness, man.
you could cut the tension in that room with a knife.
Yeah, dude.
I've been there before. This was us at Worlds in 2015 Worlds. Where
You can cut it with Greg's beard, dude.
we're at 2015 Worlds, we're in group of death.
Yeah.
And like we're playing our final matches and then we lose. Like we walk in, like the players walk in, and then no one says anything for like 10-15 minutes.
Yeah. That was like every day.
No one says anything for 10-15 minutes. You walk in the room and it's fucking dead silent. It's literally dead silent.
There was a little bit of motion happening before. Wait, like yeah. Ooh,
Oh, this is the exact moment of Ben Eden. It's like,
all right, all right, I'm coming. I'm bringing it.
Alright. Then I'm getting kicked out.
I'm getting kicked out.
Yeah. Jensen
I need
said,
my chair.
yeah, it's right
Right
here.
here.
I'm sorry, Em.
Oh,
I'm on the wrong chair. Okay. Em, come say hi. Okay. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's got away with girls, right? Come say hi. All right, you can stand.
I'll-
Do the Korean squat.
Oh my god. Do you think TSM will keep Zven for summer? For sure. They will not replace
No
Zven.
way, dude. Yeah,
Are you
that was a
fucking
mistake.
serious?
No way that they would replace him.
Yeah.
That's a dumb question. I'm surprised you read that.
Okay. But at this point, they're outscaled. They can't win. At this point, it is TL who's going to win. Like, it's like 70-30 TL.
The only way they lose is if Double ults in without full stacks and his team's not ready to go.
The only way they lose is if Double and Zven switch spots. Oh my god. The fights are so hard to take for TSM because when TL stays in a ball, the duo...
Oh, that was such a... Oh, that felt bad too.
When TL stays in a ball, the core of TL plus Double Lift, like that duo is unstoppable. Like they don't have a way to deal with it when they stay in a ball. Oh my god, every time it's blocked. Yikers.
That was pretty cool though.
But,
when,
okay.
when they guessed the Bjergsen over the wall.
But what if it
This
one...
one.
Oh, that isolated Q.
Yeah. Oh, that was the sad. That was the sad smoothie. No, the sad Andy.
One thing that people... What is it? Okay, you cannot tell me like Impact carried on Vladimir. Some fucking TL people were like, Impact carried on Vladimir. Why do you keep saying he can't play
Look
carry?
at his items. He was doing so much damage.
He hasn't flanked once the whole fucking game. Compared this Vladimir to Broken Blade Vladimir. TL fans are like, you are such a fucking hater. Why will you not give credit to Impact? Did you watch the same game as me?
Sorry,
Did we
guys.
watch the same game?
Sorry, guys. It's a good use of $1 million, though. $1 million for the championship. $5 million roster.
Loco, Impact won a game 5 with Vladimir, okay? How can you say he does not know how to play Vladimir?
Oh.
Did you not see his tweet?
Oh, it's over. It's over. Oh, Sven is the last one alive. Oh, this was sad, Smoothie. I thought he was gonna cry right there.
They're gonna dive him. They're gonna fucking dive.
They
They're
should have
gonna
dove him. They should have dove him.
They got. Oh my god.
Wait, we ready for it? We ready for it? Pause is ready. Nope. He played great.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Nope, he played great too. Nope. Show me the forehead. He played great. Let's move down the line. Oh, wait, get the eyes. Get the eyes. Oh, get the eyes. Oh, wait, is it that one? Oh.
Why do you do this?
Oh, because that's literally what they're saying in the back room.
They're like, zoom in on Zeben.
Oh,
Zoom in on
God,
Zeben.
give me the tears.
Zoom in on Zeben.
Oh, God.
Oh my god. Okay. Jensen played really well. Double played decent.
God.
Xmithy and Jensen were Xmithy, Jensen, Core JJ played so fucking well. I love how they made this about it's Double Lift and Bjerg fighting for their 6th title. Where I feel like they were more bystanders.
Yeah, in this series, it was so much more Broken Blade, Acadian, Xmithy,
Core JJ,
JJ,
Jensen.
how Impact drew the pressure. He didn't really make a ton of plays, but
Oh man.
oh no.
He pets it. He's like, okay. Good job, little baby.
Yeah, this is my 3rd one.
Double Lift's like, I got fucking 5 of these.
Double Lift's like,
I got
I
5.
need to have the photos of me picking this up.
Xmithy's like, fuck, Coachella, my Coachella Week 2 tickets! My Coachella Week 2 tickets!
We
Oh
could
my
have
god!
done this in game 3 and it would have been so much faster. Or 3 games. Why did Steve have a jersey? That's what I didn't understand. Big Steve.
They recently had like a
they had a release, which is what that old dude's
no.
wearing.
That jersey is like they recently did a collab.
That's the most recent thing, or the hottest. The
No,
hottest.
they had a
Team Liquid
collab. They had a
merch?
collab. They had a recent collab. That's why. Oh my god.
Team Liquid and Bape.
Mike Young's like, ha, fucking low tempo junglers. Get wrecked, TSM, low tempo junglers. Mike Young doesn't dare touch the trophy yet.
No, look at he's standing close. He's hanging by all the old dudes.
Yeah. Obviously, like, you carried your baby to LCS championship. How do you feel?
I like the fact that she interviewed Core JJ though. You know, like getting the Korean speakers in there is good. I thought this interview was okay.
It should have been Core JJ and Jensen. Those are the two most.
No, my thinking is, and it wasn't her probably, as producers in the back saying, "Hey, look, we're gonna have a sit down with 3 of the talkers." So let's
Three of
get
the talkers.
yeah. So let's get an interview with Core JJ as well in there, out of the way. Because who was like the one person that didn't say anything at all? It was Impact, right? But they went with Core JJ because that was his first LCS, championship.
He
and was
literally,
the one.
what is it? Jensen outclassed Bjerg this series. Agree. Jensen played a little bit better than Bjerg. I don't think you can shit on Bjerg for this series. Jensen played fucking well and Bjerg played well.
Yeah.
Jensen played fucking well and Bjerg played well.
Think about how many times we pointed out Bjerg where there was something clear that he could have done better. It was basically just walking up the river that one time where it was all warded when they used Herald. But was that game 3 or was that game 4?
It was the Zoe game, so it was like game 5. It was game 5 where overall.
He played great.
Yeah, overall, if you take the whole series, Bjerg played well, but Jensen played fucking well. Jensen played better. It's not that Bjerg played bad, it's that Jensen played fucking well.
Joe, I don't need any of your LPL elitist crap right now.
What do you say?
He keeps saying all these teams would just get crapped on in MSI.
Hey, why don't you come and play, you motherfucker?
Yeah, look there. Do it there. That's a little more menacing rather than at the
Why don't you
monitor.
play, you motherfucker?
There it is. That's right. Loco and these guns will mess you up.
There's gonna be kids in orphanages wearing TSM's final champion. That's where they send the shirts.
I know.
Whenever what is it? You make shirts for a championship and you don't win. There's like a charity you can donate to.
Give it to
and they'll give it to kids in need. So somewhere out there's kids wearing TSM Spring Championship.
Sierra Leonean kids. In the reaches where internet isn't fast enough. Syrian children.
Alright, let's take the dono. I'm sorry.
Donor question.
Alright, donator question. What did you say?
Oh, I must say, the build-up to get to this part was fantastic. I am great. I am so happy that we went through all the games to get to the point where the tough part, the tough to watch part of Zen.
I have a
Oh no!
fuck off!
What's happening?
What's wrong with you? I have a question here. After TL got the Baron from Zven Grief, isn't TL wasting their Baron buff by staying around Elder Drake for like 2 minutes? Shouldn't TL use the Aaron buff to get some first turret and go for Elder?
No.
They could have pushed turrets, but I think at that point, macro goes to shit a lot of times. So I do think they could have pushed turrets and then dealt with Elder later. I actually do think that was better, that they pushed with Baron, but macro goes to shit in Game 5 a lot of times.
It's gonna happen again. Like, oh, it's gonna happen again. No!
Calm the fuck down,
It's
dude.
gonna happen again. It's happening. It's happening. Here we go. Here it is.
What's wrong with you? Holy shit.
Oh no.
Are you okay?
My heart's bursting.
Oh my god, you're not even there. You've never even been onto a final stage.
Oh, I have.
When?
When I was working at Riot, we played the test game with all the sound and stuff.
You never-
I was the carry and they played around me, and we won that final team fight. It was tight, y'all. Playing on stage over at TD Garden in Boston, highlight of my Riot career. I played Ashe. We played Ashe Zyra.
Okay.
It was tight. Oh yeah, I coached Definitely. I know this pain. That's messed up. Definitely's my boy. Most underrated AD carry in the West.
Okay, overall thoughts on the series.
What if, like, from a spectator, what a fantastic storyline. You know, the cackle there that he picked up the kill, and you know, I think Riot did a bad job highlighting beforehand with all their pre-production stuff. The other players, they wanted to push the Bjergsen double lift line, but it was so fun to watch. Like, this is one of the greatest series in LCS history. I think it just, because even that last game, it wasn't like, whoa, the momentum's all with TL and it's over. Like, TSM had that game. It just sucks to have it come down to be a folly off of one of your veteran players who's won the EU LCS multiple times. That's how everything turned out. You know.
Okay. So mine is someone asked, wouldn't Hecarim have been a much better jungle pick for Acadian into Skarner? If Skarner ults Hecarim gets EG ult off, also Hecarim gives TSM a much better way to start fights, and Skarner can't pressure Hecarim early. Going Rek'Sai in Game 5 felt weird. Acadian's comfort is Rek'Sai, and TSM wanted to snowball their lanes, that's why they picked Rek'Sai. I understand where Hecarim can be better, but you also have to understand the limitation and kind of the skills of the team.
And this is like one of the first drafts where it felt like composition wasn't the reason why a team lost, right? This was all execution.
Yeah.
Because the comp played out to how it was supposed to for TSM. They were just supposed to methodically like close out, and unfortunately that didn't happen.
All right, guys, my final thoughts on this series is I think Xmithd should have been MVP. I think either Xmithd or Core JJ should have been MVP. I know you guys are gonna say I'm a double lift hater, but I am for sure, like, I will go to the grave saying this. Xmithd should have been MVP.
Also, look at Jensen not let go of the trophy. He does the trophy and the microphone double hand.